G'day guys and girls, welcome back to Sidequest Gaming, where we take a look at both old games and new to try and uncover some of those little hidden gems you might want to give a crack and try out for yourself. Today we're looking at a title called Ash of Gods, which is a bit of a tactical turn-based RPG. Seems a bit similar to me in many ways to things like the Banner Saga, if that was your cup of tea. Let's dive in. We'll play for about 20 to 30 minutes. As always, I'll give a bit of a wrap-up of my thoughts, feelings, and impressions at the end of the game. Let's dive in. We'll go Classic Mode, and we will go Reworked Version. Year 300 since Divine Retribution, the Spring Equinox.
Unsolved mysteries are like an unquenched thirst, premonitions of trouble to spur you to keep going.
What a start. That opening was fantastic. I love the high quality artwork and the story. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm invested. I like it. Let's go.
"1,002 years since Divine Retribution, the end of winter, the Vale of Mercy, foothills of the Milky Mountains."
700 years ago, you and the other Kuros took to the field at Drowsy Deep, seeking to prevent a great calamity, the Reaping. Your self-sacrifice should have destroyed the Reapers once and for all. 9 years ago, you began feeling a growing sense of unease and decided to roam Termium in search of the cause. A month ago, you met a temple servant in the town of Gordon. There was something peculiar about him. Feeling a long-forgotten sense of dread, you realized it was an Umbra Reaper in disguise. He noticed you too, but you chose not to pursue. Bowing in jest, he merely winked at you. The return of the Umbra forewarns an impending reaping, so you head to the Milky Mountains searching for the local seeress. You hope to learn the time and place of the coming reaping, and to prevent it. When you stepped onto the narrow path, you noticed several sets of footprints. At the time, you thought others might be seeking advice from the seeress, but they're just ordinary bandits in search of easy prey. Alright, time to act. So this is where I was saying it's a bit similar to Banner Saga. You can move in the blue tiles. Orange indicate extra moving distance that you need to spend energy for. We can select Quick Strike, and enemies standing on pulsating tiles are within reach and can be attacked with chosen skill. Alright, let's hit him. Most attacks allow you to damage either enemy's health or their energy. Select health. your character will close in on the enemy and attack them. So health or energy, health. Once again, similar to Banner Saga in its health or armor, this is health or energy. He moved very slowly on that attack for a quick strike, but animation was solid. Oh, throwing a dagger at us. Damaging an enemy's energy reduces their options because movement and powerful skills require energy to execute. That is interesting. This enemy has a lot of health but only 5 points of energy. It would make sense to strip him of his remaining energy so you can deal double damage to health. Okay, so once energy is gone, we do double damage. Okay, right click on him and then select quick strike. Okay, how do I do that? Oh, it's at the bottom there. Cool. Choose an energy stripping attack. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't love how he just walks up. It would be great if he kind of ran or moved a little bit quicker. You can select an enemy to learn more about their abilities. Click on the tile they're standing on. Yep, now that you've chosen an enemy, you can see a list of their skills in the lower part of the screen and their descriptions. You can choose to manually walk over to a destination. Click on an empty tile with the left mouse button. Okay, cool. If you want to use a skill that doesn't require a target, right click on your active character. You'll see. Okay, cool. See a list of skills that do not require a target first. There's also a skip turn button. Yep. Select the circular hit. Okay, choose to damage the enemy's energy. That was a cool attack. I like that attack. That is a cool attack. And the battle. Well, yeah. Oh, I didn't get him. That's disappointing. Well, we'll just hit him again. There we go. Battle is over. Victory is ours. Close. You're about to knock on the hut's door when it suddenly swings open. A woman appears on the doorstep. Your heart leaps from your chest. She's the one you left behind when you went to fight at Drowsy Deep. She's the one you loved. Amma. Once again, similar sort of style to Banner Saga with the almost parallax comic book look of the conversation and the choices here. Our name is apparently Hopper Rowley. In a detached manner, Blance. It took you a long time. It has been several 102 years. You have managed to survive where 12 of our kin perished. Did you go into hiding? Bitterly. Please call me Hopper. I'm already used to the name. I was called Blance when we were together. I wasn't hiding in that battle, you know. I was wounded, pierced by arrows. That's why I didn't complete my task. Yes, I heard the legend of the 12 brave ones. They who cast an enchantment on themselves and turned to stone. They achieved their goal. The land they called home was free from plague and reaping. A price too high, though, by my reckoning. Why did you come in search of me again? I wasn't looking for you, but for the local Ceres. There are signs, beasts leaving the forests of Datura, the Vandil, which have been sighted on the woodland trails. I ran into Atraka while in the Gordon myself. They have returned. Is another reaping upon us? That is a foolish question, Hopper. I do not foretell the obvious. You might as well have asked whether winter will follow autumn. The reaping is coming. You know it. All loose ends shall be tied. Okay, we can say, what do you mean by tied? What do you know of the coming reaping? What do you mean by tied? One day the final reaping will come. The question is, will anything be left in this world afterwards? Besides, of what concern is it to you? Are you not immortal? I'm the same as you, Emma. Even if we were both Umbra, we have a long ago embraced the human way of life. I care about the fate of Termium. Okay, so we're in Umbra. To the reaping we are no more than specks of dust. This time we don't have 12 comrades willing to sacrifice themselves. Among those still living, some will succumb and become reapers. Do you really wish to involve yourself? I need to stop the reapings. They're happening again because of me. It is my fault. Still thinking of yourself? We are maggots, the lowliest of servants, lucky enough to have a seat at the table. Are you looking for the forsaken gods of this land? I have a book that describes the life of one. Here, take it I had a good laugh reading through the nonsense. Thank you for the book. I've been searching high and low for similar records, but still, when and where will the reaping begin? That's where I'm needed. I know it. 700 years the dead have blamed me. I need your help. Give me your knife, the same kind our brethren sacrificed themselves with. Give it to me, and you'll get your answer. Pity, I'd really hoped to use it. I doubt anything else can kill a reaper. Well, here you go, but why do you want it? The reaping shall begin on the day of the vernal equinox, both in the north and in the south, in the towns of Woodan and Albius. I wouldn't waste time if I were you. Sadly, I don't have time to reach the north. Farewell. I hope our paths cross again, though you still haven't told me why you need the knife. I saw you kill me with this very knife, Hopper, so I hope our paths never do cross again. Farewell. Huh.
What does one need to meet old age in peace? Only to avoid a major disaster.
Yeah, I don't love that we just casually gave away our knife. I feel like that's something kind of important that we should have kept on to if it's the only thing that can kill these demon things. Oh, that artwork's great. I love that.
Year 1002 since divine retribution. Burkana, the kingdom of Odala, city of Albius. The spring equinox. 8th year of peace since the last war. A retired captain of the guard and his daughter are strolling through the festival market.
He's cool looking. So is she, actually. So, speaking to herself, strange. A woman in odd clothing is walking away from the town hall. Her beauty should be turning heads, yet I seem to be the only one who notices her. Gleda, are you daydreaming again? You nudge your daughter when you see Burgomaster, the Baron Trouble, approaching. Good day, Thorn. Gleda, I take it there is a reason you've been scouring the market since dawn. Looking for a gift for Licky. Good day, Thorn. Gleda, oh, that's the same bit. I'm not sure I love how it repeats that, but it's okay. At least we know what we're referring to. Yes, how did you know? No, just taking a stroll, or are you choosing a festival sacrifice? Yeah, how did you know? Albius is far from the largest town. There aren't too many captains of the Royal Guard here, and even fewer captains' wives. And only one of these wives celebrates her birthday on the day of the spring equinox. Please, give her my regards. I will, Burgomaster, though you are most welcome to stop by and do it in person. The Burgomaster is is eager to carry on, but one of the citizens calls his name. Trouble gives you a nod and tends to other matters. Looking at the retreating Burgomaster, a stubborn old man, he seems resilient. I've heard he is a distant relative to the king himself. The distance of their relation may be the secret to his longevity. Well, it looks like we got carried away and we aren't any closer to picking up a gift for Licky. What are we going to get her? Care to give me a hint? What would you like? What would your mother like? Alright, your choice will have far... Okay, I think I like that. I'm not... How do I feel about them signposting that the decision is meaningful? I'll have to think on it. I think it's kind of a good idea in many respects, but it does mean that the other conversations become a bit inconsequential, so you're not as engaged in the decision making until you see this quill, but we could see. Jewelry, clothing, or Mact? I don't know who Mact is. Let's ask about Mact. If only Mact came to visit. There's talk of trouble on the borders. Your brother must be rather busy. I hope he finds time to send his mother a letter at least. I hope so too. He would have known what gift to get her for her birthday. I'm sure you can manage on your own. Okay. So we're buying a gift for mother/wife. Cool town. I like the aesthetics. They've done a really good job of this world building here. The story feels a little bit jankily told, but I think that might be a cultural thing that I'm not connecting with. Okay. There's a stall over here. These are really small. I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to see whether I can adjust that display. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm back and I've adjusted the display so that the UI is a little bit more larger and visible. I really like the parallax effect they've got for the artwork in the world. It's really cool. So Padagan is one of the merchants. We've got Glenda. If she looks like she wants to say something, but is too shy to talk to us. And Rask, who's our old friend that trades in jewelry and antiques. Let's talk to Glenda. Was there something you wanted to talk about? I know what Mother really needs. Good health for her ailing heart. Is there any way to mend it? Magic? Help from the gods? I don't put faith in magic. Even the gods, it seems, don't offer help to their servants. Remember how we call their temple? The Temple of Divine Retribution. Only fools expect help from them. I wish I knew why they had to exact this retribution on your mother. Then maybe we should be content with what the market has to offer, and I'm going to go win tomorrow's fencing tournament in her honor. Do you honestly think she'll take pleasure in watching her daughter hurl herself at another's blade, even if it is but with a practice sword? Mum used to fence when she was younger. I never could understand that. Thank the gods she never had to use that skill. Alright, let's go buy something. Okay. So obviously Mum's not well. Let's go our old friend who sells antiques. Did Dad find out where I really go during my midday walks? There's nothing criminal in it, but I'd rather nobody knew of my manuscript hunting. I've told him that I go to the pastry shop, which isn't true. I just hope that Rask doesn't betray my secret. Gleda, this is Rask, an old friend and an expert in all kinds of curiosities. We've known each other since Oda. Hello, Rask. It's been a while. Smiling, it's been 3 years, my dear Thorn. We've run into each other every now and again, but ever since you arrived in town, newly retired and brought a silver necklace with a garnet, you've forgotten all about my shop. Are you here to get a gift for Licky? It's been 3 years, my dear Thorn. God, I gotta stop repeating that when I say it. What makes you think I'm here to buy something for Licky? Or you guessed right. You guessed right. Will you help me pick something out? No, that's nice. I remembered the last time you brought her a birthday present. It was exactly on the vernal equinox. I won't hide it. I'd have been pleased had you started buying jewelry from me every year since. My wife hasn't been interested in jewels for the past few years, though the garnet necklace is her favourite. She's been feeling better as of late. Is it true that garnets aid a weak heart? If I'm not mistaken, garnets possess no magical properties, but certain other stones do. Concoctions cannot mend an ailing heart, but the warmth of a loving family can preserve it. Though I have heard that there is a particularly skilled healer in Ursus. Unda is her name, but even she cannot perform miracles. What stones were you talking about? A healer? Yeah, let's ask about what stones were you talking about? You are wearing one of them on your chest, a Strix, your captain's insignia and your protection. In troubled times like these, it can protect you from a common woe. A common woe? What do you mean? A common woe. That is how ancient texts describe the reaping, a plague that takes countless lives. I see you enjoy pursuing ancient manuscripts. Get off it, old friend. There's something other than old legends if you want to... Try something other than old legends if you want to sell your wares. And you, Gleda, it's high time you grew out of such fairy tales. If you doubt the magical properties of Strixes, then remove your captain's insignia. Just don't put it away. It might be of use, although several generations have passed without the need for such stones arising. The pendant is mine by right. I didn't steal it, I earned it. What sort of magic trinket becomes useful only after a few generations? Why are you fixated on the pendant? Is Strix really that valuable? Let's ask that one. I offer nothing to no one without purpose. Nevertheless, I have been having premonitions of late. Providence must have brought you to my shop today. You are looking for a gift, and I want you and your family to survive the coming troubles. Call me superstitious, even mad, if it pleases you. I hope I am mistaken, but my premonitions tend to come true. And you, Thorn, you would benefit from this Strix. This I know. It is indeed expensive, but you can pay in installments over several years, if you like. Rask reaches into a box and places a highly polished stone on the counter. The metal setting is very unusual. It looks like an insect, tightly clutching the stone in its legs. If this large Strix reduces in size, the platinum base will squeeze its legs to grip it tightly. Think of it as magic, if you like. Why would it shrink? I've never come across magic. Did you not reach the edge of the world in your younger years, and did you not see the veil that surrounds Terminum? More still, you entered the wall of mist, which had swallowed many men before, and emerged carrying your father-in-law out of danger. Was that not magic? First I've heard of it, mate. I don't know what it was, but if some magical remedy did exist, Licky would have been cured long ago, that I know. Even if I couldn't buy it, I still would have found a way. But this stone you have is for sale, so name your price. Such rarities do not come cheap. The price for this stone is 100,000 gold coins. Even if I paid you over 10 years, I still couldn't afford that. If only you knew how quickly decades go by. What I mean is that, at my age, I've already been thinking in decades for some time now. In any case, every hour counts, right? Glenda, does anything come to mind? I'll consider the Strix. Here's what we'll do. Take the stone. No deposit, no acknowledgement of debt. And I'll take your word, Thorn, for if you lie, I will lose faith in the kindness of men. If you or your family find no use for it in the next year, you'll return it. Agreed? It would be foolish of me to decline such a generous offer. A Strix it is then, even if I do have to return it in a year's time. Rask, you are behaving quite strangely today. You take the Strix from the table and hide it under your shirt. You look up at Rask. He is staring at the ceiling, his face pale. At first you are confused, but then you hear the bell ringing from the town hall. That doesn't sound like our chimesman. Could it be that Trouble has finally sacked his chimesman and hired someone sober? What about you, Rask? Doesn't it bother you, the bell ringing 4 times a day? You watch in surprise as Rask takes a big sack and starts emptying its contents, the contents of his numerous drawers, big and small, into it. Just a matter of habit, my dear Thorn. With time, you get used to much stranger things. You do not realize how wise a choice you made. Silver could be of use, of course, but a Strix most certainly will aid you. And if it does, how long will I be in pain for it? 5 years? A decade? The bell keeps tolling. Rask slings the sack over his shoulder and takes an axe with a curved handle from the wall. It no longer matters. I hope we meet again. I would flee from the town if I were you. The fortress of Opakam is the safest place to go. The merchant retreats into his shop. You hear the back door open and close. Gleda, it looks like Rask has lost his mind. We should leave. Oh, show it. You see Baron Trouble lying on the ground. Blood flows from his nose, his mouth, and his ears and eyes. He is dying. Resilient. You struggle to stay on your feet. Blood gushes from your nose. Gleda, scared to death, cowers behind your back. Rather taciturn. Who are you? You do not need to know. You use the last of your strength to keep standing. Your heart pounding is about to leap from your chest. Your throat tightens. Dying already? We can say, leave our daughter alone, please don't. No, I'm going to live a little while longer. Let's go with that one. It looks as if the monster is grinning. It clenches its fist. Pain shoots through your heart and your chest tightens. A moment later, the pain stops. The towering monster looks at you for a moment, then extends its arm and points to your pendant. So we got an injury and something grew stronger. The monster grabs your captain's insignia, clutching it in his fist. Hissing, the strix in the pendant shrieks. We lost 8. Nodding, the reaping begins with your family, Thornbrennan. The monster vanishes. You shake your head, coming to your senses. Oh, blessed gods. Did you hear what it said about our family? Quick, we've got to get home. Okay, we lost 8 strixes. I don't know what strixes are, but we got 20 from that other thing. Gleda cries out, stopping you in your tracks. She hastily pulls some kind of coloured plaques from under her belt. These almost burned me. Ras gave them to me about a week ago. Supposedly they used to be magic battle cards in the past. They became burning hot all of a sudden. Take a look at the cards. Okay, deck builder. Here we go. See what's happening. The magical plaques are hot to the touch, almost burning your fingers, yet they feel comfortable. They fit comfortably in the palm of your hand. You feel as if you could, with but a gesture, sling spells at any foe. Could they be regaining some of their power because of the reaping? You wonder where Ras came by the cards, but you remember seeing them peddled as curios and souvenirs at many Burkanian markets. The sound of footsteps comes from somewhere ahead. 3 thugs are barring the way. Their swollen faces are contorted with mindless rage. Did highwaymen become so brazen as to attack townfolk? With a swift motion you draw your sword, but the thugs are unimpressed. You look closer and notice vacant eyes and foam at their mouths. Your opponents are either very drunk or insane. You step in front of Gleda. I'll beat some sense into them. Stand back. In response, Gleda steps aside and draws her own blade. Did I practice with a sword all these years just to cower behind your back? Together, we can deal with them faster. What your daughter is really asking for is some stern parenting. But the thugs attack you with a feral roar. You can only hope that Gleda has taken your lessons to heart. Okay, we can have more than one in our party, and we can choose the turn order. Okay. And click on the icon on the bottom left to use a card. Each card can only be used once per battle, but it will be available again the next battle. Red skulls next to the character portrait indicate the number of the wounds the character has sustained. Character stats are lowered depending on the number of wounds. If they sustain 4, they die. Keep an eye on this useful button. Okay, cool. Battle! Let's move. I feel like always we want to try and whittle them down. So we're going to move up to one side a bit here. And we're going to start with him and we're going to go, yep. So what do we got here? Cure. He doesn't have a wound. I thought he sustained a minor injury, but sure. Okay. What do we have? We have anger. Increase your defense and attack by 1. And we've got knockback. Deals 12 damage to... Oh, that's terrible. If I was in there, that would have hit all of them. Probably should have moved. She, on the other hand, has double strike. That's pretty cool. A heavy strike. So if we were to go double strike there. What if we go up next to him? Yeah, I don't love the walking. I feel like that should be faster. But then we hit with a double... Oh, that took damage from me. Why did he not die? And why did... I didn't read that properly. Why did that hurt me? It costs 8 health. Okay. That sucked. Let's go... Yeah. Why can't I move up there? Okay, I think I still have to finish her turn. Is that what's going on? Maybe? Okay, so maybe we go... pass her turn. Did I skip his turn as well? I don't think I did. Yeah, she's in trouble. Okay, so we need to go here. And then we're going to go with the... I don't have the energy for knockback, but we can kill him. Did that kill him? It didn't. Oh, okay. We are not in the best end turn. I thought he would die there. Okay. So we're out of energy completely on my daughter. My daughter's getting walloped. Okay. What we got here? Increases health. Reduces... Okay, let's cure her. Yep. And then... Do I get to pick which one I'm going to do? Okay. Let's do that. Why did that not work? There we go. Oh, I got my daughter too. I am not doing a good job here. And then let's move him up here to kind of take a bit of a defensive stance here. Daughter's dead. Okay. Wow. Apparently I righteously suck at this. So she's got an injury. Right. Let's go. I really need that guy to just die. There we go. Thank you. I think you know what? I'm going to play the battle again because I'm getting stomped on and I'm doing a terrible job. So let's go here. Would he be able to get all the way up there? Let's see how this goes if I go. Can I get all the way up there and would I still have enough energy? I think I would to do the pushback. Because I think this is basically the way it's set up to... Oh, I can't do the knockback. Okay. I'm just going to... Yep. There we go. Put myself right in the middle there. So he's now coming at her. What can I do to kind of... Increase your energy and all damage is received to health. We can heavy strike. Yeah, let's heavy strike him. We could do it to his energy and drop that right down, or we could just try and take out his health. Let's take out his health, because we might just be able to kill him next round. And then... We probably don't want to cover, to be honest. We want to... We're going to use that one, the damage split. Okay, pass her turn. He just copped energy damage. That's not good. And he's moving. Yep, more energy damage. Ugh. And moving again. Bastards. Okay. Can cast a spell at the end of the turn. That's not bad. Reduces energy by... So we can use that on someone to reduce their energy, or we can heal. We'll heal her. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to... I guess we probably just want to try and kill him to finish a turn there. Let's pass her. We could probably move her out of the way, actually. That's not the worst idea. Make it so they have to get over to me. End that turn. Not good for me. But then I could get in on this guy. Because this is going a bit better. Knockback. Parry. Or we can push him back and increase our counterattack. It might be, honestly, that's probably the best. Yep. And now he's got no energy either. So that's not bad. And let's move him down here. He's got counterattack. Okay. So he should now attack and we should get a response in theory. Yeah, nice. Okay. Almost dead on that one. Okay, cool. And now we can use that to delete his energy. Yep, getting a bit more of a feel for it. Yeah, and in theory, if I double strike him, I should kill him. I might. Yeah. There we go. He's down. Now, oh, do I get another turn? I kind of. Does he get the counter again? Yeah, he does. Done. Okay, frozen with terror, Gleda stares at the bloody corpse. This is the first time she has fought to the death. Grabbing your daughter by the shoulders, you shake her until she looks away from the bodies. She meets your gaze and, steeling herself, nods with determination. You are proud of your daughter, but even more so worried about your wife, Licky. There is no time to lose. You need to get her home as soon as possible. A couple of side alleys later, you open the familiar gate. Victory is ours. Trophies. We got a bunch of gold, took a wound, and got some XP. You run into the house. Blood covers the living room floor. Old Tenor, your housekeeper, stands at the door, trembling. Quinna, his daughter and your maid, lies motionless on the floor. Just beside her is your wife, Licky. Oh no. Tenor, what happened here? Gleda is trying to say something but cannot speak through suffocating sobs. Takes all your willpower to retain composure. Managing to speak is a struggle. With jaws and fists clenched, nails dig deep into the flesh of your palms and your teeth feel as if they're about to crack. Gleda is stroking her mother's hair and whispering to her. For a brief moment you consider ending your own life, but you have a daughter in need of protection. She resembles your wife so strongly. You slowly turn to the servant. He is saying something, weeping heavily. Such a tragedy has befallen us. Oh, such grief. First, both Licky and Quina screamed in pain. Then my daughter seemed to lose her mind. She went at Mistress Licky with a knife. Mistress defended herself, but... Gleda, give me your hand. Taking a sheet from the bed to cover Take a sheet from the bed and cover Quinn's body. No longer sobbing, I will in a moment. Oh, the horror, the horror! His Excellency Count Victi and his young son Bran always said it would end this way. Alright. We've got to that time in the video, I'm actually going to stop it there. What do I think about Ash of Gods? I'm super intrigued. I love the art style is so well done. Getting massive Banner Saga vibes from the game. Even to the extent of where we've got kind of the father-daughter dynamic going on here. I actually wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in the story we have the same sort of choice that comes up in the Banner Saga, which I don't want to spoil, so I won't say it, but if you've played, you know what I mean. If you've been looking for something to fill that niche, to fill that kind of void left by the Banner Saga series, I actually think this is going to do a great job to meet that need. I am really enjoying the start of it. I'm super intrigued. I'm liking the combat system. It actually feels quite good. I like the kind of card magic in between turns. Definitely one that I'm going to do a full playthrough of. Definitely one that's worth taking a look at if you enjoy these very narrative-driven games that focus on aesthetics and world building with the tactical combat in between. If you like the Banner Saga, you are going to like Ash of Gods. Anyway, thank you so much for spending the time with me. This has been Sidequest Gaming. If you're enjoying my content, please consider liking and subscribing. It kind of lets me know that I'm doing a good job and that, you're enjoying this content and gives me a bit of motivation to continue. If you have any thoughts or feelings or anything you want to talk about, please leave it in the comments. And as always, have an amazing day and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.